welcome to the 112th installment of Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro's about to tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
The video game world is filled with competition. Sleek controllers, high-definition graphics, intense gameplay, and sexy new features. Which video game system is the best in 2015? Xbox One or PlayStation 4? I cover these tough topics in the Tell 'em Zone.
Tell 'em, Alejandro!
TA drinkers, let's get it poppin'. Xbox One versus PlayStation 4. Now, first things first, this goes out to all the fanboys. Mr. Alejandro is completely unbiased. I am a video game player. I love video games, so I'm not leaning towards one side on some, yeah, whatever they do, I'ma just slurp them up and be a sheep. Nah, I'm not an Xbox fanboy or PlayStation fanboy. I'm a fanboy of the product that's wavy. It's really that simple. So before we even go any further, already PlayStation is winning in this debate. Why? The names. This is the 4th installment of the Sony PlayStation, so they call their system the PlayStation 4. This is the 3rd installment of the Xbox console from Microsoft. They decided to name their product the Xbox One. Oh no, fail already. Gotta call them out on this, because if this is the 3rd installment of the Xbox, why are you calling it the first Xbox? This now gives me trouble when I'm talking to a friend or anyone and I'm referring to the first Xbox. If you call the first Xbox, then you called the second Xbox, Xbox 360, why not just name the 3rd Xbox, Xbox 720? That's 360 multiplied by 2, correct? Or you could just call the 3rd Xbox, Xbox 3. It just makes more sense, and now it's just another dilemma when I'm calling the name of the Xbox. If I refer to the first one, my friend doesn't know what I'm talking about, because I may be talking about the new one. Makes no sense. Xbox, whole as L. You lose! Let's talk about the release date price for both systems. The PlayStation 4 was $400 when it first dropped. Xbox One was $500 when it first dropped. Now the difference was the Xbox came with the Xbox Kinect, which is the camera for the Xbox. The PlayStation did not. Both systems came with, of course, one controller. PlayStation 1 big time on release day sales, and even to this point they're winning in sales. I definitely think because the starting price has a big thing to do with it. One system is $100 less. Hello? I'm probably gonna go with the $100 less system if both systems are so even. Now the camera for the Xbox and the PlayStation are pretty good. I'm kind of hoping that they develop this a little bit further, because they don't have enough games for the camera games. I feel like the Wii or Nintendo in general, they still get it popping when it comes to games that you play with your body as opposed to a remote control. So PlayStation, Xbox, get y'all camera games up, B.
Step it up, son.
Let's talk about the headsets for both systems. Each system comes with a free headset that you can use when you're playing online to talk to your mans, to talk to your peoples in them. And we all know communication is key to victory. Let's go over the PlayStation 4 headset first. It is a earpiece for one ear. I'm not too crazy about it, me personally, alright? Let me show you how it looks in my ear when I'm playing my video games. Boop. See me? I'm flexing. Now, I'm not crazy about it because over a period of time, it feels annoying in your ear and it's uncomfortable. That's just me. Maybe if they had some type of barrier over here around your ear, maybe it would feel a little bit better. You feel me? That's just me. You got the mute button right here. You can slide this up, boop, so that we can go on mute whenever your peoples in them is screaming at you in the background and your friends won't hear it and they won't laugh at you. And then, of course, you slide down, bam, and you unmute and you Gucci. Now, let's go over the Xbox headset. This is the Xbox One headset, okay? I think it feels so much more comfortable around my head. Let me show you how it looks. This is the mic portion. This is where you're gonna be talking. And then you just put this around your head. Bam, you're lit, baby. And both of them are clear. Both of them pick up a lot of noise in the background. That's adjustable in the systems. So don't think you can make noise in the background and your peoples won't hear you. Now, This is the adapter that comes with the Xbox One headset. You got your mute button right here. You press that, bam, it's gonna light up when it's plugged into your controller. Your peoples can't hear you when your mom's is barking at you in the background, or your girl, or whoever. And you press it again, bam, they never even knew. Here's the volume up, volume down. Now, I would say the PlayStation wins in headsets. Why? Here's why. Although the Xbox headset feels more comfortable for me to wear, and I like the fact that my other ear is open. I don't like having both ears covered. It gets annoying. This headset no longer works. The Xbox headset is not as durable as the PlayStation headset. Believe it or not, this little tiny headset right here is more durable. I have stepped on it, I have sat on it, don't ask how, but I did, and it still works. All that happened is it came apart a little bit and I just pushed it right back together, boop, and you wouldn't even know that would have happened if I didn't even tell you. So this headset is more durable. The Xbox headset feels better around your head. The PlayStation headset is better because I had to go spend additional money to get another Xbox headset. I know some of y'all are probably thinking, I don't gotta worry about that free headset because I got my own headset at the crib and I'ma use it. Not so fast, TA drinkers. Check it out. First of all, Xbox headsets do not work unless you have this adapter to plug into the remote controller. Bang! That's a money grab from Microsoft. You can't just use your Dre Beats or any type of random headsets you got at the crib. You're gonna have to get one of these, and it's gonna have to be compatible with the other end of the port. Not all headsets are compatible. That is super whack, Microsoft. Now let's talk about PlayStation. Some headsets will work when you plug them into the controller. Some will not. Now, I had a problem. I had this Bluetooth. It's a regular Samsung. I used it on my PlayStation 3 because I was able to. And I could not connect my Bluetooth to the PlayStation 4. It gave me trouble. I had another PS3 headset and I couldn't connect that one either. Now, I've heard some people use some headphones like Skullcandies, and I've even heard some Dre Beats work for the PS4. I have been unsuccessful, but some headphones do work for the PS4. Let's talk about the controllers for both systems. Let's start with the Xbox One. Here is the Xbox One controller. It's alright. That's the way I look at it. I feel like the past Xbox controller, the Xbox 360 controller, was better than this in my opinion. I have a problem with this controller. A few problems. First things first, I feel like the top buttons are not aligned properly. I don't feel like it's very comfortable in my hands. It took me a while to get used to playing with this controller. I personally am feeling the 360 controller better than this. And also remember, Microsoft sometimes is not very ill with their controllers, man. If you remember the original Xbox controller for the Xbox One, not this Xbox One, the other Xbox One. See how confusing that was? That controller was massive. It was ridiculously big. They ended up making a smaller version of that controller, and it was way better. That was the controller S. And I feel like this controller needs work, in my opinion. Let's talk about the PlayStation 4 controller. The PlayStation 4 controller, in my hands, it feels more comfortable to hold, just in my opinion. These are a little bit longer, and the controller actually has a touch pad, which is very cool. It's like 4 or 5 additional buttons. You can press it, that's one button, and then swipe up, down, left, or right, and the game responds to it. I think the touchpad is game breaking, my G, and I think Microsoft messed up by not incorporating a touchpad on their controller because it's extra buttons, man. And also, you see right here, there's speakers on the controller, my G. Sometimes some games make noise out of this, and you can hear some cool stuff, man. I really do like that a lot. But most importantly, between both controllers, what I love about the PlayStation 4 controller, and I'm about to get on Microsoft for their crappy controller, is the built-in rechargeable battery. Xbox controller does not come with a built-in rechargeable battery. I had to purchase a rechargeable battery pack for my controller. You have to use AA batteries on this controller. That's a money grab. Microsoft, I'm not feeling that. This is the year 2015. If you telling me you can't put a rechargeable battery pack in your controller, damn it, you should be banned from making video game systems. It's really that simple. It's 2015. Get with the times. It's a social media era. Xbox, y'all gotta hold this L in the controller category. You lose! Now, let's talk about the graphics for both systems. PlayStation 4 has better graphics PlayStation 4 has 1080p graphics. For whatever reason, Xbox decided to stay at 720p, which is what they were running on the Xbox 360. If you ask me, it makes no sense. Now, it's not very noticeable, but when you put two pictures side by side and you just sit there and focus and focus and focus, eventually you will notice, okay, the PlayStation 4 is a little bit better looking. But me personally, I've told y'all this several times, I don't care about graphics. I'm all about the gameplay, baby. I'll still play Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. As long as the game is popping, Mr. Alejandro's on it. Now, when you're playing online on both systems, you can have private parties with your friends. What that basically means is you can communicate and talk to your friends even though you're not playing the same video game. This is very cool, especially for the PS4. Why? I'll tell you why. Because the PS3 did not have party chat in the system. That was awful because the Xbox 360 did have party chat. So PS4 is officially catching up. Shout out to them for adapting to the times. Shout out to both systems for having that on their systems. I think it's very useful, my G. Now, if you're a gold member on both systems, and when you're a gold member, that means you're a paying member to play online, then you get free games monthly to play for the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, and also the 360 and the PS3 does that. So that's pretty cool, man. If you like me, anything free is for me, you feel me? So look out for them free games every month. Now, both systems have share settings, but I definitely think the PS4 share settings dominates the Xbox's share settings. Check this out. I'm playing a video game. Oh my god, something cool just happened. I can press this button right here. Bam, that says share, people. Press that button. I can save up to the last 15 minutes of footage and then, of course, crop it, chop it down, and then send it out to my peoples or wherever I want to put it and show them, yo, look at this mean crossover I had in 2K. Or look when I dunked and put my private parts in that guy's face and screamed at him and told him I'm a goon and he was scared and I had a beastie beard. Woo! LaMarcus Aldridge, you gotta feel that. You have to hold that. Hold that L. Oh, yes. I can record those moments and show my peoples. Whereas on the Xbox, how it works is you can record the last 15 seconds that you're playing, which kind of sucks. That's a big letdown, man. 15 seconds or 15 minutes? Which one do you think is better? I think 15 minutes. Hello? What if I want to record a lot? You feel me? With the Xbox, you got to talk to your Xbox Kinect. Let's say you're playing blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, you're playing Halo. You just had a cool triple kill or Kilimanjaro or whatever.
Triple kill. Kilimanjaro.
You're going to be like, Xbox, record that, and then it would record what just happened. It's your boy, Mr. Alejandro. I'm on Grand Theft Auto 5, flexing, showing off my foreigns, you know what I mean? Let me just show y'all how the Xbox records. Check it out. Xbox, record that. Bam, see that up top there? Boom. Then you see the bottom? We lit. That's kind of cooler than pressing the share button. However, like I said before, 15 seconds or 15 minutes. Which one are you going to choose? Now, also, the PlayStation 4 has a cool setting where you can basically share play. Mad cool. Let's say my friend has a video game. He has Madden. I don't have Madden. He can share play his Madden and we can play Madden together as if I was at his house. You feel me? From my house, I can play a game that I don't have with my friend because he has it. Phenomenal feature. Xbox definitely has to steal that thought. If not, do something similar because that, people, that's very cool. Essentially, I don't even have to buy games now. My man's got it. Oh, word. Let's play. Let's do this. Very cool feature. Now, I think both systems focus on being an all-in-one entertainment system. I personally am not crazy about that. What do I mean? Both systems have apps, YouTube, Internet Explorer, you understand, things of that nature. I'm not crazy about that. Blu-ray, the Blu-ray is cool. However, when I buy a video game system, I'm buying it to play video games, my G. For me, the gameplay is what I want. Focus on the video games a little bit more as opposed to the all-in-one entertainment system. Both companies, please. And also, here's an idea. Backwards compatibility. Instead of focusing on, oh, who has the better Amazon app? Put some backwards compatibility on both systems. I should be able to play PS1, 2, and 3 games on the PS4. And I should be able to play Xbox One and Xbox 360 games on the new Xbox One. I have a lot of old school games. I should be able to just take that disc and put it in the new system. That's just how I feel. If you want to implement a whole bunch of other basura, focus on the backward compatibility, my G. Now let's talk about the design for both systems. The PlayStation 4 is kind of like a sleek rhombus looking system. Both systems have have HDMI ports and USB ports. Now the Xbox, the way that they designed it is like a box, like a rectangle. That makes sense. But however, I gotta give them props for this. The Xbox 360 was notorious for overheating and basically melting on the inside. So what they did, they designed vents. Brilliant, people. Gives the Xbox more air. Both systems have built-in fans, keeps it cool. There's gonna be some people who's gonna be playing these systems for plenty of years and for a long period of time. I'm glad that they put those things on this system. Shout out to both systems, man. Keep them systems going. Shout out! Now, before I give both systems a final grade, I gotta just put y'all onto this because a lot of people either forgot or probably don't know. In 2013, at E3, when Microsoft was showing their new Xbox that was about to drop, they dropped a doozy on us. Let me put y'all on. Basically, what Xbox was going to do was prevent people from using borrowed games. What do I mean? Check this out. I'm Mr. Alejandro. I'm hanging out with my mans, right? He got a cool video game. I'm like, yo, this game is popping. Let me borrow it. He's like, bet. I take it to my crib. I slide it in my new Xbox. You want to know what would have happened? It would have said, hold up, $4.99 fee. That's right, the system would know if you're playing a borrowed or used game and they would charge you an additional fee. Essentially, you would have to pay again for a game that was already paid for. This is like going to the movies, paying for your ticket, going to the theater, then all of a sudden they're like, all right, yeah, by the way, you won't be able to see this movie properly. You have to also purchase the 3D glasses. And it's like, yo, why didn't you sell the 3D glasses with the ticket for the movie, right? Xbox tried to pull a fast one. After that, PlayStation, Sony really, they showed off their new system at E3 and everybody oohed and ahed and clapped and cheered when they said, we will not be doing that. We will allow people to play borrowed games and not charge them a $4.99 fee. We will allow people to play used games. You feel me?
PlayStation 4 won't impose any new restrictions on the use of PS4 games. Yes, that's a good thing. We believe in the model that people embrace today with PlayStation 3 and continue to demand. Just heard you there. When a gamer buys a PS4 disc, they have the rights to use that copy of the game. They can trade in the game at retail, sell it to another person, lend it to a friend, or keep it forever.
So Microsoft is definitely scamming cats out of their bread because there's a lot of Microsoft sheep who love Microsoft, don't want anyone to criticize Microsoft, and will have a negative reaction to anybody who calls it like they see it. But you know your boy Mr. Alejandro keeps it a buck. You feel me? I don't want nobody trying to get over on me. I want to know that the money that I'm putting into a company is from a company that respects their consumer. You feel me? So now let's give each system a final grade. For the Xbox One, I'm going to give it a 7.9. That's right. And for the PlayStation 4, I'm going to give it an 8.4. So in the wars of both consoles, the PlayStation 4 wins. Congratulations. Now the Xbox has came a long way. They have cheapened their price from $500 to $350, where now you don't have to purchase the camera that comes with the system. You could purchase it separately, which is what PlayStation was doing. They should have been done that because a cheaper system is probably going to sell more. You feel me? Now, let me just mention this. Both systems, their games don't really separate themselves like they're independent games like Halo. You can't get Halo on PlayStation 4, but Halo 5, the new one, hasn't really dropped yet, and it may not even be all that groundbreaking, you feel me? The games that are specifically for the Sony PlayStation, like Killzone, like MLB The Show, they're not really tearing up the streets all that much yet. So right now, you can kind of get the same games for both systems if you ask me. But I feel like the PlayStation's a slightly better system. Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty. This is a little inside scoop. Microsoft, pay attention. Microsoft, if you want to get more sales on the Xbox, I think this would definitely change the landscape of sales. There was a game known as Gears of War for Xbox 360, okay? The first one was an epic video game. Since then they had 2, 3, and a whole bunch of other remakes to that game, and they were all whack. If Gears of War 1, not 2 and 3, but 1 is remade for the Xbox One, I think that would definitely change people's minds on which system to purchase. Because right now I can buy Grand Theft Auto for either system, you feel me? I can buy NBA 2K or Madden for either system, but Gears of War, if that was an exclusive to Xbox One, that would be groundbreaking. That game is phenomenal. It's a multiplayer online shooter. That game right there is not basura. That game right there is caliente, mucho fuego. There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's tough topics in the television. Ultimately, I believe the PlayStation 4 is the superior video game system right now, as opposed to the Xbox One. However, both systems are definitely not perfect. Sometimes when I'm playing PlayStation 4, I'll get a blue screen. It'll be like, oh yeah, your game is definitely crashing right now. Do you want to send this to Sony? And sometimes when I'm playing my Xbox, my controller just completely disconnects from the Xbox. And it's hard. I gotta reset the system over and over to get my controller to sync back up to the system. So definitely both systems are not perfect. However, if you're a true gamer like myself and you can get both systems, go and get both systems, my G. I would obviously recommend the PlayStation, like I said before, but hey, you have a mind of your own, baby. Test them both out, see which one you like. Which system do you think is the better system? Tell them in the comments. Tonight's Zebra Bow Tie is brought to you by Countess Mara. Black and white, I'm looking like a crook. So pass me a mask and call me Westbrook.
I drive through with the mask looking like Westbrook.
Tune in for more sports, cars, video game, fitness, and all that. Follow at Em Alejandro on your favorite social media to hop into a game or holler at me about all things video game related. Plus more. Give me your music. Give me your music. Hey. Let's get it. Yo, shout out to basketball right now. Basketball's getting popping. College basketball just finished. Shout out to Duke. They got that W. I saw you, Wisconsin, or Wisconsin put in mad work. I thought Kentucky was going to win, son, but they didn't. NBA playoffs right around the corner. Mr. Alejandro, top 5 coming up. Turn up right now. Tell him, Alejandro. Tell him, Alejandro. T-A-T-A. T-A-A-A. Gotta get it. T-A-T-A. T-A-A-A-A. Get it. T-A-T-A. One more time. T-A-A-A. Two more time. T-A-T-A. Give it to me one more time. T-A-A-A-A. Pick up the control and press pause. You gotta press pause. Just pick up your control. You gotta press pause.